Creative direction sits very close in my heart, and I think it's really important to give your team your eyes, not just telling them what to do, but how you got there and the thinking behind it. Hey, my name's Ka-Lok, and today I want to share some of the things that I personally look for as a creative director. Does it hit the goal? Does it do the thing that we're here for? If not, what's the point? Creative direction isn't just about shaping the creative, it's setting the right direction and having the right filters in place for the ideas to go through. Sometimes we can all get lost in a cool idea. It happens. We can get too close to a project that we dive into the little details and we try to figure out how something works, that we end up solving the wrong problems and we lose sight a little of what we're trying to achieve here. As a creative director, it's my job to help come in and course correct to make sure that it's always on target. Commercial work is not creative work for the sake of art. There is a commercial goal there. And how can you measure a good idea? I think it has to be measured against the goals, right? So a cool idea that doesn't hit the goal isn't a good idea. So the first thing I do with any project is to write the goal huge on a whiteboard and everything is measured against that. Does it get us closer to that goal or not? Does it make sense? Again, we creative types can get lost in a cool idea, and sometimes what we think is obvious on the page or on the screen is actually only obvious in our heads. So as creative director, I'm acting as the fresh eyes. When I'm looking at the work, I don't want you to explain to me what you were going for just yet or what the message is, because if I can't extrapolate what you're trying to say in the work, then it probably doesn't make sense. It's kind of like when a filmmaker has to explain what they meant in their film after the movie was released because no one really understood it. If the audience didn't get it by themselves, then it's not the audience's fault. It just probably wasn't communicated well enough. On that note, what helps in making something make sense is, could it be simpler? If it's not clear, it's not understood. But if it's not simple, it won't be memorable. Something I learned in filmmaking is that if it doesn't move the scene forward, no matter how cool it is or how long it took you to get the shot, just cut it. Size matters, and shorter is almost always better. A tip from experience is that if you're not sure you need something, then you probably don't. So just cut the fat and have no mercy. That goes for strategy, copywriting, design, video, and life. Normally when things aren't going right, it's because there's too much going on. So just start subtracting. The moment is too complex, audiences are going to lose interest. So you want the message to be as simple as possible. Is it delightful? This is kind of a personal philosophy, but delivering delight to me is it's the chef's kiss on top. It's the extra something something that takes it from good to great. So in work that I create or direct, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And delight can be a lot of things, but essentially it's surprising someone, it's not doing the obvious, it's making their time enjoyable and going the extra mile in details that you know that they will notice, and that makes them smile. Delight are the things that you don't have to do, but you did to make it a great experience for the customer. And as customers, we can always feel that. I think delight is important because when we're surprised, it tells the brain, hey, this is something to take note of. It's literally the save button in our heads. And if you want to be memorable, always deliver delight. These are just some of the things that I look for as a creative director. But if you're wondering where all the creative things are, like visuals and editing and production and design and art direction, those are all kind of secondary. It's still super important and I love all of that stuff, but if the foundation of an idea isn't right, then the creative production is just kind of polishing a turd. Whereas if the foundation is right, the production elevates everything to a next level. So if you are interested in that side of things too, let me know and I'll do a part 2 on the more art direction side of things. And if you want to actually see all of this thinking applied on a project, then you're probably gonna like this video here somewhere where I break down the behind the scenes thinking of a commercial that I shot and directed. Let me know if you have any questions or if you like this topic. You know how this YouTube thing works. Subscribe if you're into topics around creativity, better ideas, creative direction, and marketing. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.